532,283, and over 3 years, considering that you are serving your second and final term, 812,164,056. That's 19%. Why was this one an astronomical growth in under 1 year? What were you doing? Are there multi-year projects or what have you? And then the over 3 years, this is a pending bill. While I agree counties are struggling with the pending bill, it also kills most of the businesses within our counties. So give me justification on that. I've gone to your next that you have provided. That will be my question number 2. I've seen the analysis that you have done here. The payments that you have made and the balance that is there. Pending balance you have said is 1,205,746,902.03, and it comes to grand total of 2,649,517,375.7 shillings. So looking at this analysis, I can see one, the office of the governor, which has 35 million, and then an interesting item there is the county attorney of 340 million 49,000 340,049,155. Was this part of the contingent liabilities that is allocated to the county attorney, and why that exponential? That is one of the highest pending bill. What underscores that? I've heard you have the county attorney. My third and final question, Governor, you have responded to the Vice Chair on aging analysis, and you have said first in, first out. My only concern is, what about the amount that you need to pay? Because I can see there are some small amounts of 1,000 shillings, and I suspect these are small businesses. Why were you not being fair to these small businesses of offsetting small? Like I can see in one of your next charts, just an example, being payment of grading and maraming of Bash, Katukukoi, Fountain Road under Tishol Ventures. That was in the financial year. You have said analysis of 23-24. They still owe the county only 1,000 shillings. Why don't you offset this small money? Because if you are having small money of less than $1 million, I want to believe these are small kiosk-like businesses, that if you keep staying with them, you are technically shutting down most of these businesses. I've seen 597,000 of Sinlam Ventures Limited, and a number that is below $1 million. Apart from first in, first out, what is the justification that you still even low as low as 1,000 shillings, which you are provided in the aging analysis? Chair, yield back the mic. That will be my 3.
Governor, you may respond.
Thank you, Chair. Please, let me ask the CC Finance to weigh in a little, and Joshua, the head of accounts, to clarify. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I appreciate the question on why the pending bills are going up, but it's as a result of the county failure to meet the revenue collection, which was actually not able to meet, and also the delay in remittances. But what I can say is on the aging analysis, the 812 million, which was over 3 years, this last financial year, we had a pending bill of around 615 million. And out of the 615 million, 342 million, we actually reduce the 3 years and above pending bill in a way of trying to reduce the amount. And also, Chair, what we have resolved this financial year is that we will deal with any pending bill which is 2 million above and below must be cleared at all costs, so that we allow the small businesses, people, to be able to have enough capital to do business. And also, we are determined to see that we curb the increase of pending bill by ensuring that we introduce a more accurate and robust revenue collection system, which we have actually implemented this last financial year. You can allow my director also to wait on it.
Okay, quick, be very quick.
My question was simple, Governor. Why the astronomical growth of 56% under 1 year? Is it because of dip in revenue? I just need one straight answer for efficiency.
Thank you, Chair. I think a biggest challenge we have in the county is not meeting revenue targets, which resulted to pending bills increasing year in, year out. So that is actually the main reason why there is an escalator of pending bills year in, year out. So I think for me, and I think Governor has already tried to address that issue by having a new revenue system in place. And I think the Director of Revenue she's here. And she can allude that this financial year, the year that just ended, we are hoping that our revenue will go up. And as per the figures of last quarter, we know that the figures in the new revenue system will help us clear some of the pending bills that have been raised.
Are we answering the same question, really? Because, Governor, initially, you said the 1.5 billion under other payables was a result of some delayed exchequer release. I thought that would then be the contributor, the major contributor to the growth in pending bills. Are we answering the same question?
Chair, you are correct. In fact, the astronomical bit he's asking about, I thought I'll have my team help me. It looked like they are putting me more in trouble than helping, so I think I'll have to do it myself. Chair and Honorable CHERARGEI, you can see that from the 1.5 billion that the development money came after the financial year. So automatically that will show that there is a huge increase in pending bills because that money was never expended. So I really think that's really the answer to this looking astronomical, but you can see that immediately after that, then the money was released and the payments were made. But the accounting now will reflect in the next financial year. Thank you, Chair.
And I think to
Senator Morum,
just to answer, Governor, then it is incumbent upon you to show that there was late exchequer release that necessitated this growth of, for example, other payables from 614, 821 to 1.5 billion by giving a bank statement that this is what we received after the close of the financial year. And then also give schedules of what has been paid. Salaries, this amount, then you easily answer this question.
You are well guided, Chair.
now I've perused the resolution of the Assembly, and I was asking myself if the Assembly is the one that does budgets, shouldn't you have made provisions or recommended that a budget be set aside to settle the long outstanding pending bills, especially the ones over 3 years? I think that could have been an additional actionable recommendation from your committee. I've seen, the recommendations that you've made, but I just want to suggest, or maybe the Senate will make those kind of recommendations, but ultimately it is you as members of County Assembly to ensure that there's a budget. Because the debt over 3 years seems to be growing from 673 to 812. And if you owe anyone money for 3 years, it is unfair. It is very unjust. It does not matter what the reasons are. The schedule you've attached here indicates people are owed money for jobs done in 2018, 2019. Why would that be? Why would you have someone looking for money from 2018, 2019?
Chair, let me first of all confirm that every financial year, together with the County Assembly, we allocate what we consider a substantial amount of money into pending bills. 700 million, 800 million, we do it every financial year. But I would like, Chair, to refer to Honorable Sifuna's comment about devolution. We very strongly feel that there is need for a bigger conversation on devolution and how remittances, how money is allocated, and the shareable revenue that goes to county. We have this crisis because the counties continue to receive functions without commensurate resources. we have this problem because some of these grants that are given to counties, the passing, the approval, the awarding, many a time tire those who are supporting the counties. So I think, Chair, while we are well guided about this, there is a bigger need for a conversation about devolution. We continue in this trajectory, in the next few years, we will kill devolution. As long as devolution continue to receive money 5 years behind the current financial year and more in the name of audited accounts, that actually means that counties are getting less than 10% of the entire national budget every year. And so while we have a good number of things to answer here, the pain of the commitment of the country to devolution, and I'm glad you're in Senate because you have been steadfast in fighting for this devolution, continue really to undermine the spirit of devolution. Thank you, Chair.
I would want to encourage, Governor, and we have seen this in other jurisdictions, even in South Africa, which has a fairly similar system, or even in the UK, where devolution is now a matter that is a national matter, you know, with the new Prime Minister designate coming from Manchester, coming to be the Prime Minister. He has revived the conversation around devolution. Counties in Kenya are becoming lazy because they know that Parliament shall appropriate and send them money. Most municipalities survive on locally generated revenue. Rates, you have Amboseli, and we shall come to that conversation. If all these things would be optimized, then you don't need to go begging in Nairobi. And I think that's a broader conversation that is not just specific to Kajiado. But I think when we come to the revenue sources, we'll ask how far we have gone with Amboseli. We'll ask how far we have gone with Magadi. We'll ask whether you're optimizing your rates from property, from land, because those would be the sources of wealth for Kajiado. That Kajiado, Nairobi, and a few other counties, Mombasa, would not have to beg or kneel down to a national executive because you've got autonomy through locally generated revenues. So I think it's just a broad conversation, but I feel that governors in Kenya are becoming lazy because they know that year in, year out, Parliament will debate and money will come. And so we are not doing enough to collect locally. But we shall see that when we come to the revenue statements.
I really pray that we don't lose that conversation on Amboseli and Magadi, because while some county functions are called county functions, sometimes the lack of commitment by the national government to enforce on rogue investors completely leave the counties, having their hands tied. Remember, our devolution was watered down when we took away, services like police service and prisons and all those enforcement out of counties so that